Julian, Pearce, and I'm a fisherman and a restaurant owner with my wife Jackie. And the restaurant's been in the family for 32 years. And our daughters, Rebecca and Lucy, work in the restaurant. Adam, my son, works with me on the boat. So we supply ourselves with all of our own shellfish. So it keeps it as fresh as you possibly can, you know. Sometimes when people book a meal, their meal is still in the sea. So if they book at 12 o'clock, the lobster might not come ashore till 5 o'clock, and then they eat it at 7, so you can't really get it much fresher than that. So Jackie does all the preparation and stuff, and she runs the kitchen, or the Wonder Kitchen as it's called. She runs that, and I do the boat and anything I suppose outside the kitchen. Just like to keep things very simple, you know, no sauces and that kind of stuff. I'm not a sauce person, so we tend to keep it very simple, just salads and fresh, healthy food. And that's really, I suppose, the gist of it, really. The main things we catch, we catch around here is lobsters, brown crabs, prawns, or some people know them as langoustines. We occasionally have mussels, which we try and grow ourselves, but we haven't any just at the moment. Fishing only in the winter. It's we just fish right through. Prawns after Christmas, and prior to Christmas, it's velvet crabs and stuff. And we store them up at, for the Christmas sale. We maybe store a couple of tons, and then we sell them when the price is high at Christmas. And then after that, like I say, it's mainly prawns and anything you can find to do, really, I suppose. It's January, February, March is a very lean time for up here, because there's not much else. You know, there is no tourism, obviously, and there's very little to do unless you've got a full-time job. So it's a bit of a strain. On the edge, I think, is probably what some people have called it, the end of the world or the edge of the world. And I think it is on the edge in many ways, you know, physically and financially sometimes. But I mean, been here 30 years, so you know, it's a wonderful place to live. It's all the kids were brought up here. And no, you tend to get a lot of swell. Obviously in the winter, especially, get some pretty bad storms. 10-metre swells and norwesterly mainly. It's just gales sometimes for weeks on end. You know, you can't make any money for 2 or 3 weeks, so they can be quite trying times. But we tend to fish in Loch Laxford as much as we can, because it's sheltered from southwesterly wind. But you can only stay in there for so long before you start running out of things to sell, you know. But the prawns are about 5 miles out from here as a crow flies southwest towards Stowe, and you're very exposed out there. Anything over 20 mile an hour really is getting a bit dodgy, you know, and you certainly don't want to get caught out there in a storm, you know. But there was a very bad thunderstorm a few weeks ago. We were out at the prawns, and it just started coming across from Stowe, and you could see all the lightning and the black clouds, and it was still sunshine where we were, but within about 40 seconds it had covered 2 miles, and we were in a 50 mile an hour wind and rain and sleet, like literally within seconds. It passed just as quick as it came, but it just goes to show how quickly things can change. It was norwesterly breeze, and then it suddenly changed to southeast, and that was that, you know.